In wave motion we have got two types of mechanical waves. One is transverse, the other is longitudinal. Both are mechanical waves. Transverse will travel only in solid medium. Longitudinal wave will travel in solid, liquid and gaseous medium. The general equation for you in this particular slot is y is equal to a sin kx minus omega t. This will be the wave traveling towards positive x-axis. Positive x-axis. Y is equal to a sin kx plus omega t will be the wave traveling towards negative x-axis. Negative x-axis. Why? Understand the simple logic. Y should be constant. Understand the simple logic. Y should be constant. As x is increasing, as time is increasing, x is increasing, difference will remain constant. Vice versa. As x is becoming negative, decreasing, time is increasing, the sum will become constant. Hence kx plus omega t will always be a wave traveling towards negative x-axis. They are asking you quite a few questions on this general equation. A sin kx minus omega t, they are writing as a sin k x minus omega by k into t. A sin 2 pi by lambda into x minus bt. This is the second form of this particular equation. This is the third form of this particular equation. Right? Sometimes they have got even omega out. Y is equal to a sin. Is this right or is it t by? Omega. They got omega out. This will be k by omega x minus t. This is a sin omega x by b minus t. This is also one more form of the equation. Omega can also be written as 2 pi by t. Omega can also be written as 2 pi by t. You will have to remember all these forms. X by b minus t. Now here we can play with one more parameter. If t is taken inside, v by n will be lambda, right? T is taken inside. V into t, have a look at it. This is the third form that they will play with. This is y is equal to a sin 2 pi x by v into t. V into t is lambda. Great. V into t is lambda minus t by t. This formula is important. This formula is important. This formula is important. These two will come as a consequence of this. Remember that expression. They have asked you questions on this. I will dictate one or two of them. Take it down to you. What will particle velocity in this case be equal to? Particle velocity will be dy by dt. Wave velocity is n lambda or v. This v will be the wave velocity, right? Particle velocity will be dy by dt.
The last equation, what is it?
D by capital D. Capital D is a time period. I took this capital D inside. Capital D into v is lambda. Capital T will remain as this. 2014 question. Y is equal to a into sin 2 pi pt minus cx. A, B, C are constants. A, B and C are constants. If maximum particle velocity is twice the wave velocity, then first option B is equal to AC, second option B is equal to 1 by AC, third option C is equal to pi A, fourth option C is equal to 1 by pi. You will will compare this equation with what? You will compare this equation with this. You will be comparing that equation with this. A sin 2 pi dt minus cx. dt minus cx. See, one more important point. Always remember, y is equal to a sin kx minus omega t or a sin omega t minus kx. For me it means the same. There is no difference in any parameter of the wave if you give me this. Both the waves are traveling towards the positive x-axis. Amplitude of both are the same. Wave velocity is the same, particle velocity is the same. There is a small phase difference, that's all. Right? So for me both the waves are the same. Don't differentiate between the two or take negative signs for that. Duster कहाँ पर है ये? So these both are the same. Compare that equation with this last equation. Now, what are you telling me? Maximum particle velocity. What is particle velocity? dy by dt will be a cos 2 pi into bt minus cx into b. Am I right? You are differentiating with respect to t. When will this be maximum? dy by dt maximum will be equal to ab. Second, what is the wave velocity? Wave velocity, have a look at it. How do I get that? Y is equal to a sin 2 pi dt minus cx. Right? Take 2 pi inside. This will be 2 pi b minus 2 pi c omega t minus kx. What will wave velocity be? Wave velocity is in terms of omega and k.
Omega by k.
2 pi b by 2 pi c. This is omega, this is k. Who gave you that? Omega t minus kx. Right? This will be b by c. Now apply your relations, you get the answer. 2 times. I forgot one 2 pi in the differentiation here. Have a look at it. Differentiation of this is not AB,
It's
2 pi AB.
Yes, it is 5.
Differentiation of this is 2 pi AB, 2 pi. I'll have a 2 pi here. Differentiation of this, where is this sign function? Differentiation of this, I forgot this 2 pi. All of you get that point. Take that 2 pi into it. Don't miss that 2 pi. While differentiating sin 2 pi dt minus cx, I put it by chance missing 2 pi. Take the 2 pi along with it. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you speak about the general equation of a wave, one more important thing is standing waves general equation. Standing waves. If y1 is equal to a sin kx minus omega t, y2 is equal to a sin kx plus omega t, then y is equal to y1 plus y2. Standing waves form when two waves are moving in opposite direction. Both the waves moving in opposite direction, this will become 2a sin kx cos omega t. This is the general equation of a standing wave. Can I have another general equation also? Yes. Y is equal to 2a cos kx cos omega t. Y is equal to 2a cos kx sin omega t. Y is equal to 2a sin kx sin omega t. All of them are standing waves. Just change these two. Put a phase difference of pi. You will keep getting each one of them. Sin c plus sin d. Sin c plus sin c. Sin d plus pi. Don't put sin c minus sin d. Right? Sin c plus sin d. Sin c minus sin d. Cos c plus cos d. Cos c minus cos d. You will get 4 options. Right? Generally we go with this. How do you represent this standing wave? There are two things that you will see here. In a standing wave, you have two functions. One is a function of x, one is a function of time. Firstly, this will be the wave pulse. After some time, this will be the wave pulse. This will be the wave pulse. Superimposition of two waves. This is the way it comes. Right? Let me put it this way. You will see the generation like this. At time t equal to 0, if you have a wave like this, and this will also be a wave like this. Now this is at time t equal to 0. This is travelling towards the right, this is travelling towards the left. If they both superimpose, this is the standing wave you will get. At time t equal to t by 4. Time t equal to t by 4. This will move ahead. This peak will come here. See if my graph is right. Isn't it? It moved to the right. In time t equal to t by 4, this is moving to the left. This peak will come here. Right? So now if these both superimpose, the line will be a straight line. Now at time t equal to t by 2, now time t equal to t by 2, have a look at it. This will come till here. Hope I am right? Isn't it? Now, in time t equal to this is going ahead. This wave is travelling to the right. This wave is travelling to the left. Now this point will come here. Now I will have a standing wave like this. You can see the pulse. At time t equal to 0, your pulse was here. If I take a rubber band and I plug it at the center, this is at time t equal to 0. This is at straight line time t equal to t by 4. Lowermost pulse time t equal to t by 2. That's what I showed you. Now after 1/4 of the time it comes back here and then it will come back to here. So this is playing with time, playing with the distance. Have a look at it. Same standing wave. Suppose this is the wave pulse. At a particular instant, now see, at time t equal to 0, this is the situation. Time t equal to t by 4, this is the situation. Suppose I take at a particular instant time t equal to 0. At that instant, if x is changing, the y value will change. If x is changing, y value is changing. This is x equal to 0. Keep moving to the right, y value will be changing. Is the logic clear? Hence, we call this to be the amplitude as a whole. 2a sin kx will be your amplitude. Wait.
Sir, first one is 0.2.
Perfect. There is nothing that you need to worry about here. Sin kx plus omega t. K is equal to 2 pi by lambda. He wants the wavelength. 2 pi by 62.4 is your answer. Nothing better than that, right? Wonderful. 2 pi by 62.4, is it 0.2? 0.1 shy. 2 pi by 62.4 will turn out to be 0.1. देख लो आप ढंग से. Now distance between node and antinode. Node and antinode. This distance you are asking me. That means lambda by 4. You want lambda by 4. That's my answer. Please find out the value of lambda from here. Sin kx omega t. K is pi by 15. This is 2 pi by lambda. Pi will go. Lambda is 30. Am I right? Lambda by 4 is my answer. Awesome questions, right? Today you get the same type of questions every year. And actually the same type of questions are coming. I will show you the other questions also. साउंड में वो डॉपलर इफेक्ट ये वो करवा देते, ये लोग जनरल इक्वेशन पर पूछ रहे हैं. The next concept, can I have the board? The next concept that they are touching is beat phenomena and resonance tube apparatus. Beat phenomena is nothing but number of maximas per second. If 270 and 272 hertz of tuning fork are tuned simultaneously, you will hear to 2 maximas per second. Maximas per second. 2 maximas per second. Right? That means after every half a second they both are in phase. After every half second both are in phase. After every half second 270 and 272 are in phase. Are you clear with that? 270 and 272 are in phase. Put it the other way around. If I have 260, 265, or one is an unknown frequency. This is an unknown frequency. 260 is a known frequency. Unknown frequency could be either side. You are tuning this and you are hearing 2 hertz of beat frequency. Beat frequency. That means the unknown could be 262 or 258. Any of the two. So if there is options given like it may be 258, the answer will be right. It may be 262, answer will be right. But they will give you one more information like waxing decreases the frequency, waning increases the frequency of a tuning fork. Now what happens? This known tuning fork is waxed. Say he tells you known fork is waxed. Now the beat frequency, new beat frequency is 1 hertz. While you wax it, the frequency decreases. Now when it decreases, the difference between that and this will be greater than 2. But you are telling me 1 hertz. So then the answer is unknown tuning fork is 258 hertz. Right? Suppose I would have told you known fork is WAN. And new beat frequency is 3 hertz. On waning, its frequency increases. Now this difference will be lesser than 2. But you are telling me 3. So my answer is again 258 hertz. Is the logic clear? Now here students will get it out. Suppose I kept wanning it and I kept increasing this frequency to 265. Now the difference is 3 here. Your answer could as well be 262. Remember, on waxing or waning, the frequency will not change by such a huge value. It will change by a very small value. It will change by a very small value. Are you clear about it? Quick.
So what have you written as the definition of beats?
Number of maximas per second. Number of maximas per second is beat frequency. When will I have a maxima? When they are in phase. Suppose 270, 272. Difference is beat frequency. That means after every time period is 1 by frequency. After every half a second both of them are in phase.
Can you explain that part?
I will take one more numerical example and explain. Take it down. No. I'll explain this and I'll take one more example. Have a look at it. Known tuning fork is wanned. Wanning is thinning it, filing, increasing the frequency. So known tuning fork is wanned. That means it will move it. Now you are telling me the beat frequency is 3. Now when this increased, if this would have been the answer, then the beat frequency would have decreased from 2. Initially it was 2. But now you are telling me beat frequency is 3 hertz. That's possible only if the unknown tuning fork is 258. right? And when you are vanning, this will not increase to 265, right? Such a huge difference doesn't happen. See, let me take one more numerical example. Suppose I take 420 Hertz is the known tuning fork. Beat frequency is turning out to be 3 Hertz. That means my unknown tuning fork will either be 423 or 417. On vanning the unknown tuning fork, new beat frequency is 4 Hertz. Now listen, on vanning the unknown, if I would have vanned this, its frequency increased. Now the beat frequency should be lesser than 3. On vanning the unknown, see, if this was my answer, when this frequency increases, my answer will be 420 minus this should be lesser than 3. But you are giving me 4. That means on vanning this frequency increases, this difference can be 4. Hence my answer is 423 Hertz. This is the frequency of the unknown tuning fork. Is it clear? One more example. If I take 500 known tuning fork, beat frequency is 3 Hertz. On vanning or say waxing, the known tuning fork new beat frequency is 1 Hertz. What is the frequency of the unknown tuning fork? I have two options here, 503 or 497. On waxing the known tuning fork, this is being waxed, its frequency will decrease. Now the difference between the two will be lesser than 3. Hence my answer is 497 Hertz. The new beat frequency is 1. On waxing the known tuning fork, this frequency decreased. If this would have been the answer, then the difference would have been greater than 3. But here I have 1. That means 497 is my answer. Now 2009, this is the question given. Y1 is A sin 2000 pi t. Y2 is A sin 208 pi t. Number of beats heard per second. Number of beats heard per second. First option 0. Second option 1. Third option 4. Fourth option 8. See carefully. This equation is omega t, right? Omega is 2 pi n into t. So remove 2 pi and t. So this will be 1000. N will be 1000. Isn't it? Compare this with 2 pi omega t. Omega is 2 pi n. So what will n be? 1000. Here what will n2 be? This will be 1004. So what is your beat frequency? N1 minus N2 will be your beat frequency. They wanted the student to fall for the trap of 8. Remember, if you ever do not know the answer, mark the answer at C if you do not know anything about that question. Right? If you have some logic of eliminate the maximum possible and go for the answer. By chance you are completely blank about a question, I have not heard of this question. Right? Answer it as C and walk out. because you don't have negative marks. Right? Last class I dictated the relation between Young's modulus, rigidity modulus and sigma. Do you remember that? अगर याद नहीं रखोगे तो नहीं होगा यार. देख लो 2009 में they gave you this for a material y is given as 2.4 times the rigidity modulus. Find its Poisson's ratio. They are giving you a direct hit on that formula n number of times. Already I dictated that question to you people, and see 2009 question, today I am able to see this. They gave you y is 2.4 times theta, they are asking you sigma. You remember that relation, you will do it in one step. Please memorize that relation. Time and again they are asking you questions on it. Don't mess on it. Right? Now, write down one question from Young's modulus asked in 2009 paper. 5 meters long wire, aluminium wire. Y is given as 7 into 10 raised to 7 Newton per meter square. Has a diameter of 3 millimeters. Supports 40 kg mass. In order to have same elongation in copper, where y is 12 into 10 raised to 10 Newton per meter square, of the same length under the same weight, of the same length under the same weight. The diameter should be the diameter of copper wire 1.75, 1.5, 2.5, 5.0 in millimeters. 34, 2.5. I told you, if you don't know the answer, mark C as the option.
I didn't do that.
But here इसमें कौन सा आंसर पता नहीं यार आपको. Y is equal to T by A, the same load. Y equal to Y of aluminium is equal to T by pi r square divided by E by L. Now he says Y of copper for the same load, copper square, this is aluminium, for the same length under the same weight, right, in order to have the same elongation, where E by L should be the same for both. Divide both the equations, you get the answer.
So but there's a root there.
Why the root?
Which answer?
R square.
Or 7 by 12 का root चाहिए.
You divide both, this will get cancelled. Y of aluminium upon Y of copper is equal to T gets cancelled. R of copper whole square by R of aluminium whole of this whole square. Am I right? Say something. Is the division correct? Now radius of one of diameter of one of them is given. You will get the diameter of the other. Simple. See, by chance I understood. You want to take the square root here.
Yes, sir.
If you need to take the square root, substitute those 4 options in this and do the calculation instead of taking the square. You don't want to do the calculation, mark C as the answer. Right? Till now, having taught the students so much of pressure, like every negative mark will be dangerous for you, unless you're damn sure you're not supposed to answer. Now once we come down to the CET, first of all questions are very easy, straight hits, divisions. Second, there's no negative marking. Look at the relief that we have. We feel whole of the world is at our disposal. Negative mark hai hi nahi. Right, and all 6 years papers I have seen, out of which 60% of the paper has got C as the options. Right, अगर C options है, तो why do we need to struggle at the first place? No, that's not the right way. अरे एक division कौन सी बड़ी बात है यार, कर लेना यार, so that you will be damn sure that you are getting the right answer. Right, so obviously, and last minute, 11th hour, those questions which you could not solve, Please don't leave them. Or something or the other. एक भी क्वेश्चन सही हो गया तो 3 मार्क बढ़ जाएंगे. Don't miss on it. Now listen. In sound waves, the third most important thing is resonance tube apparatus. Resonance tube. If this is a closed tube, just imagine this will be a node. What I am speaking is displacement node. This will be displacement antinode. Right, this length will be equal to lambda by 4. Antinode to node is lambda by 4. So you will have N1 is equal to V by lambda, V by 4L. This will be called first harmonic or first fundamental. First harmonic, first fundamental. If ever you are taking end correction into consideration, understand this. End correction means you are keeping the tuning fork here. This length will be the end correction. So you will take L1 plus E is lambda by 4. Then generally what they do is, in the second case, they will give you L2 plus E is equal to something else. This is first overtone or third harmonic. What did you do to the second harmonic? Second harmonic will not exist here. Even harmonics will not exist. This will be the way. L is 3 lambda by 4. Right? So if you are taking the end correction, L2 plus E is 3 lambda by 4. Now he will give you L1, he will give you L2. Can you calculate the end correction? Is the logic clear? Now you will have the fifth harmonic again, because this should always be a node, this should always be an antinode. You will not have even harmonics in this particular case. You will have only odd harmonics. Only odd harmonics will exist. You have a problem on this. Take it down till here. 0.3 times the diameter if nothing is told. Generally, if they give you two equations, then calculate end correction from that. End correction is 0.3 times the diameter is an approximation which generally happens. But that you will take only if all your doors are closed. If two equations are not given. Write down this question. In a resonance tube, the first and the second resonances are obtained at a depth of first and the second resonances are obtained at a depth of 22.7 centimeters and 70.2 centimeters. 22.7 centimeters and 70.2 centimeters, 70.2. That means he gave you L1 is 22.7, L2 is 70.2. What will be the end correction? What will be the end correction? 2009 CET. Divide both the equations.
So what if somewhere in the numerical the diameter is given to us, but also we are also able to find two equations?
They will not do that, don't worry.
By chance. What is the better choice?
Agreed that CET papers are easy, but that doesn't mean that they are so foolish. But they'll give you more than required information. But by the way, there is a point in what you asked. If both the options are available, 0.3 times diameter is an approximation.
1.05. So you
Anytime this will
should
be,
choose the equations.
equations will be anytime available.
1.05.
Wonderful. The others are struggling to do the division.
Sir, after
You are taking L1 plus E upon L2 plus E. This will be lambda by 4, 3 lambda by 4. L1 you gave me is 22.7 plus E, 70.2 plus E is equal to 1 by 3. Cross multiply and simplify, you get the answer for E. Awesome, right? Day after day I am getting encouraged to take this exam. Oh. This is the best question somebody can ask us. 2009, write down this question. Our morale will be boosted now. If you set up the 7th overtone on a string, fix it at both the ends. If you set up the 7th overtone on a string, 7th overtone. 7th overtone means which fundamental will it be? 8th fundamental. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 7th overtone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. एक और आएगा ये. Isn't it? 7th overtone is 8th harmonic or fundamental. Right? If you set up the 7th overtone on a string, fixed at both ends. Fixed at both ends. That means this is also a note, this is also a note. How many nodes and antinodes are set up in it? How many nodes and antinodes? First option 6, 5. Second option 5, 4. 4, 3. 3, 2. Count the number of nodes and antinodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 nodes are coming. That means antinodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. None of the options are matching here.
So maybe that one is the 7. Even 7 also.
9,8
9, 8.
6 or 5.
Hey, 1 second. Let's see. Take minute.
Answer is here.
36. अरे नहीं, there is a print error. If you set up the second overtone on a string,
3,
solution he gives for this here, he gave the solution for this. That means there is a print error in it. He gave the solution for this. Right? That means there is a print error in the question. 1 second, I'll be back in a second. Yeah, there is a print error, is not the 7th overtone. He did the solution for this. Right? Forgive him. Before we proceed to the other slots in waves, few very important things in waves. When you are speaking about stationary waves in strings, there will be frequency N. See, when both ends are fixed, you will have this as the first fundamental. You will have this as the second fundamental or the first overtone. First harmonic. This is the first overtone. This will be the third harmonic or second overtone. But then, even in a string, if I keep one end fixed, here L is equal to lambda by 2, 2 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2, so on and so forth. Here L is equal to lambda by 4 if one end is fixed. L is equal to 3 lambda by 4. This is the first harmonic, first overtone or third harmonic. This nomenclature is important. Even harmonics will be missing here. In sound waves, when you dealt with closed pipe, you told me this is L is equal to lambda by 4. The second one will be L is equal to 3 lambda by 4. What if it is an open pipe? Always that will be this L is equal to lambda by 2. Both ends will be an overtone. Right? You will have this as the first harmonic. What will be the second? This will be the way it comes over. This will be 2 lambda by 2. This is lambda actually. Whether 2 lambda by 2. That means this will be the first overtone or second harmonic. Here even harmonics will exist. Here even harmonics will not exist. It will only be odd harmonics. Strings may, if both ends are fixed, you will have second harmonic, third harmonic, fourth harmonic. If one end is only fixed, even harmonics will be missing and odd harmonics will only exist. Distance between a node and node is always lambda by 2. Remember this. Distance between a node and node will always be lambda by 2. Agreed? You are aware of this. I can rub the board.
Yes, sir.
Node and node is lambda by 2. Node and antinode is lambda by 4. Node and antinode will be lambda by 4. Seventh question. Okay, this is a good question here. Ratio of angular speed of minutes hand and hours hand of a watch. Write down, solve. Interesting one. The ratio of angular speeds of minutes hand and hours hand of a watch. Ratio of angular speeds of minutes hand and hours hand of a watch. Options given: 1 is to 12, 6 is to 1, 12 is to 1, 1 is to 6. Angular speed omega is 2 pi by t, right? And hence see the ratio properly. There is every possibility that we get confused with 1 is to 12 and 12 is to 1 in a hurry, right? See the ratio properly.
So but the minutes hand will be faster than the hour hand.
Obviously, minutes hand will complete one complete circle in 60 minutes. Hours hand will take 12 hours. Okay. Write down. Fundamental frequency of a pipe is 100 Hertz. Fundamental frequency of a pipe is 100 Hertz. What does he mean by the other two frequencies? It's okay. Let's see how you interpret it. Why should I tell you my interpretation? We can be biased. Let it be so. But it's unfair. What did we write? Fundamental frequency of a pipe is 100 Hertz. the other two frequencies are 300 and 500 hertz. Other two frequencies are 300 and 500 hertz. The four options that he gave you is pipe is open at both the ends, pipe is closed at both the ends, one end is open and the other end is closed, none of the above. One end is open, other end is closed. You will get that. Have a look at it. This frequency you are telling me is 100. Now when the next is 300 and 500, that means only odd harmonics exist. That's possible only if one end is closed and other end is open. Good people here, they don't trouble the students. जेई में एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन सोचो आएगा कभी, दिमाग खा लेंगे. सीधा सवाल पूछ से सीईटी में. I'm desperately searching for a question on Doppler's effect. You have Doppler's effect, मगर एक भी question till 2008 they didn't ask you.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir,
tell me.
12:1. See,
Listen, what was the ratio as minutes hand to hours hand?
Yes.
Right? Suppose minutes hand, this will be 2 pi by, how much time will a minute's hand take to complete one complete circle? 1 hour. 1 hour, right? Angular velocity of minute's hand, angular velocity of hours hand, 2 pi by 12 hours. Right? So if I want omega of minutes hand to omega of hours hand, it will be 12:1. Right now, what did we say? We said 12:1, right? So 12:1, I told you C will always be the answer. Okay, out of question, let's see if you'll answer this. What is the angle? Write down. What is the angle between the minutes and the hours hand? What is the angle between minutes and the hours hand at 9:30 in the morning or night? I don't mind. Angle between the minutes and the hours hand at 9:30. Angle between the minutes and the hours hand at 9:30. Think carefully and solve that. I will not help you people. Angle between minutes and the hours hand at 9:30. Somewhere around नहीं बेटा आंसर चाहिए concrete.
So 105 degree.
105 सही है.
So 90 plus that 50 plus 50.
Sir, 105.
When the minutes hand rotates by, see, hours hand, see, this is 9, this is 10, right? The hours hand will be like this, minutes hand will be like this, right? Now I want this angle, 90 plus that angle will be my answer. The hours hand will go by 360 degrees for 12 hours. Right? So for 12 hours, the angle is 360 degree. For half an hour, 30 minutes means half an hour. Half an hour, it will be 360 by 12 into half. This is 15. 90 plus 15. Yeah, 105 degrees. Good. CD हो जाएगा. Now before we proceed, have a look at this Doppler's effect. In your syllabus, you don't have transverse waves. Ironically, you have only one question on transverse waves because transverse waves is taught in 11th. But then with slight fluctuation, he may ask you questions on nodes and anti-nodes. Plate safe. The main thing you have got is Doppler's effect, but I don't see questions on it. Till 2008 they didn't. I'll yet search. Right? First of all, if this is the source, this is the observer. Source is moving towards the observer. Observer is moving away from the source. That means I have taken everything in the direction of sound. Take that as a reference line. Apparent frequency is V minus V naught by V minus Vs into N. If I change any particular velocity of source, observer is in this direction, sound is in this direction, N dash V plus V naught by V minus Vs into N. Right? The moment any velocity is opposite to the direction of sound, minus of minus will come into picture. What if source is this way, source is moving this way and observer is here. This is velocity of the source. Now N dash will be V minus V naught, observer is at rest, V minus Vs cos theta into N. Resolve either the observer or the source velocity along the direction of sound. Sound will always be in the direction of source to the observer. What if wind is blowing? N dash will be velocity of sound plus or minus velocity of the wind minus V naught. V plus or minus velocity of the wind minus Vs into N if wind is blowing. If wind is in the direction of sound, you will take V plus velocity of wind. Wind is opposite to the direction of sound, take V minus. He writes y is equal to A sin omega t minus kx. The maximum particle velocity is four options. A omega, second option, omega by k, third option, d omega by dk, कुछ भी, this will be x by L. I don't know how many more times he'll exploit that, but that question is being asked so many number of times. Listen, today after going home all of you will solve 2006 JEE paper and thing, 2006 CET paper. This is the toughest paper I have seen till now. Right? Please solve this. See, you do not have one topic in your CET syllabus which I see in waves that they have asked. Reflection coefficients. In JEE we taught you people, if a wave is reflected from a denser medium, amplitude of the reflected wave, amplitude of the transmitted wave in terms of velocities. Do you recollect that? It's there in your class notes formulae. They asked you a question on that reflection coefficients. I am surprised. 2006 CET paper I would rate as the toughest till now. Semiconductors semi questions ढंग से पूछेंगे. 1 second. 2005 का देख लेते हैं and then we will go over. Okay, this is on surface tension. Write down. 2005 CET on surface tension. Work done in forming a liquid drop of radius capital R. Work done in forming a liquid drop of radius capital R. Work done in forming a liquid drop of radius capital R is W1. And that of radius 3R is W2. And that of radius 3R is W2. Work done is surface tension into 4 pi r square. Surface tension into 4 pi 3r whole square. How much is the answer?
1:9.
Perfect. 1:9. The next question again on capillarity they have asked. But you can answer this orally. One second, listen to me. You can answer this orally. For a liquid which is rising in a capillary, the angle of contact is obtuse, acute, 180 degree, 90 degree. Capillary rise अगर है, if there is a capillary rise, angle of contact is less than 90. That next question, the 15th question that here. Write down this. No big deal, but write down. Wavelength of a wave. Wavelength of a wave is the distance between two particles which has a phase difference of first option pi, second option 2 pi, third option 2 pi by 3, fourth option pi by 3. 2 pi. Right? 16th. Write down this next question. Tuning fork A of frequency 305 Hz. Tuning fork A, capital A, of frequency 305 Hz produces 5 beats per second. With another tuning fork B, with another tuning fork B, that means A is how much? 305. That means B could be either 310 or 300. Any one option open. Full stop. When B is filed, B is filed or filing, any of these words implies frequency will increase. When B is filed, it produces 3 beats with A. 3 beats with A. Now B is filed. If I file this will go up, the difference will be greater than 5. But now if I file this, the difference will be lesser than 5. Hence my answer is 300. Yep. We questions on sound up to 2005 ka CET papers we have solved here. 90% of the questions are on y equal to a sin kx minus omega t. One question they asked on beats, they didn't ask a question on Doppler's effect. Right? In Doppler's effect, remember one thing. To my knowledge, they will not go up to this particular point. If this is a source, this is an observer. Whatever may be the velocity of the source, velocity of sound will remain same in that medium, say 330 meters per second. Concept of relative velocity will not be applicable for the source and sound. I am walking towards you and I am talking, but velocity of sound will be independent of my velocity. It will be dependent only on the medium. But velocity of sound as measured by the observer will be dependent on his velocity. If observer is travelling with 10 meters per second in this direction, he will report a velocity of 340 meters per second. If observer is moving in this direction with 10 meters per second, he will report 320 meters per second. Write down, note, concept of relative velocity. Concept of relative velocity. Concept of relative velocity is applicable for velocity of sound as measured by the observer is applicable for velocity of sound as measured by the observer, but not for the source. But not for the source. Full stop. Continue and write one more line. Velocity of sound depends only on the medium. Velocity of sound depends only on the medium and is independent of the speed of the source. Now when you are speaking about Doppler's effect, one more fundamental point, if the source is moving towards the observer, that will be maximum frequency. If the source is moving away from the observer, that will be minimum frequency as received by the observer. N frequency will be V minus Vs into N. N will be V plus Vs into N in this particular case. When the source is moving away from the observer, I will have the minimum frequency. Second, what if there is a tuning fork which is moving this way? There is a wall and there is an observer here. He will hear to first frequency directly from here. Right? First frequency will be sound in this direction. Observer is at rest, V by V minus Vs into N. What is the other frequency? It will appear to come from the mirror image of this. Technically, this frequency reached the wall. On reflection from here, it will come till here. Right? On reflection from here, it will come till here. Instead of calculating the apparent frequency received by the wall and then wall sending back, directly you can deal with the mirror image. And then this will be Vs. N2 will be V by V minus Vs into N. This is plus because sound and source are in opposite direction. This will be minus. So this observer will hear to a beat frequency. This will be N2 minus N1. Listen, should I always take the mirror image to be traveling with the same speed as that of the tuning fork, provided the ball is at rest? If the ball were moving, find out the velocity of the tuning fork with respect to the ball. Velocity of the tuning fork with respect to the ball. Image will also be moving with the same speed. Right? Quick.